Hello and welcome back to another installment to Fodder. In today's video, I'm going to check out one of the newest epics in the game, the HAAST Eagle. Now, before I get into all the details of this new creature, I do want to let you know if you are looking for live gameplay, you can catch me over on Twitch, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Between the three, we do some raid battles, we do some talking, we do some arena battles, and then on Friday, we focus primarily on the tournament for the weekend. It's a great opportunity for you to pick up some tips and tricks and how-tos and how-don'ts in Jurassic World Alive. And if you want to know exactly when I'm going to be live, you can follow me on Twitter as well. I always post when it is that I'm live, and as always, links are down in the description below. The HAAST Eagle joins Velociraptor as the creatures with 132 speed, and there is one additional creature that came with version 2.0 that has 132 speed as well, but I haven't covered that one yet. So now there are 3 creatures with the highest base speed in the game, and we will cover the third one in a later video. Using the Field Guide app, let's take a quick look at the stats for this creature at level 26. You can see that it has a health of 2400, the speed we've already mentioned of 132, no armor, damage of 1200, and a 5% crit. Now this creature doesn't spawn in the wild, it is an exclusive, so accumulating DNA is going to be done either through sanctuaries or just through random chance until we get a specific event. If I'm not mistaken, I believe last week we had an epic strike tower that featured the HAAST Eagle, so there was your chance to pick up, I believe, 500 DNA for this creature. The movesets are going to be evasive strike. It's going to gain a 75% chance to dodge 66.7% of damage for one attack lasting 1 turn. If you do choose to use this in a raid, it is going to target the lowest HP creature, and it is a 1x attack. Fearless Flap is going to be a new move. It is going to be a cleansing move. It's going to have 100% chance to dodge 66.7% of damage for the next 2 attacks lasting 2 turns. It's going to increase speed by 10% for 2 turns, and if you are using it in a raid, it is going to target all opponents, reduce damage by 50% for the next 2 attacks lasting 2 turns, and again, it is a 1x attack. And finally, we have Distraction. It is going to target the highest damage opponent in a raid. Their damage is going to be reduced by 50% for 2 attacks, lasting 1 turn with an attack times 1. That is really interesting. This creature has no moves that do more than a 1x attack. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't see this being uber relevant. Who knows? I've been wrong before. For resistances, it's going to have a 100% resistance to swap prevention, which means you cannot be locked down. And if you do want to see the stats at all levels, make sure you download the field guide, and you can even see what it looks like at different boosted levels. Although at this point in time, I'm not necessarily sure why you would boost this, but somebody out there who's a lot smarter than me probably has a good reason. And now that we know all about the HAAST Eagle, it is time to create the epic creature. It looks really good. They've done a great job with the feathers, the texture. It looks like an eagle. It kind of looks like a turkey eagle, but this thing is massive. Look at that. Looks good. Kind of flies off the screen there. But yeah, there you go. When you first unlock it, you can see health stat of 1154, attack stat of a measly little 577, and then the amazing speed, extreme speed, I believe, is how Ludia puts that. One thing I did forget to mention, on Fearless Flap, you do have a cooldown of 2. The HAAST Eagle is the largest eagle ever discovered, likely evolving to such size in order to prey on the 500-pound flightless birds inhabiting its New Zealand home. And since we have this strike tower on the map, why not just throw the HAAST Eagle in here and see what happens? I don't even know if this is going to have good type advantages or not. We're going against swap-in strike creatures, which doesn't bode well for us, but what's the harm in trying? So as I like to do, I want to show off this creature a little bit, but I'm not going to take it into the battle arena because that's just asking for a lot of pain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this swap-in strike tower, probably not the entire thing, but just enough to get a feel for exactly how this creature performs as best as I can. So I'm going to sort these out by rarity. Just makes it a little bit easier to find things, especially because I know what it is that I'm looking for. And then I need to pick in some other creatures. Only a level 8, so we'll just go here, here, and here. That definitely should get the job done. And let's check out our HAAST Eagle against was it a Dimorphodon? Swooping into battle, swooping into action. And yes, Dimorphodon is our opponent. Obviously, I'm going to get to go first. Yeah, you know what? Evasive Strike, I can dodge some damage, or a Fearless Flap. I'm going to cleanse myself. I'm probably going to save that for the second turn because I am going up against a bleeding creature. There's a good chance that I'm going to be hit with a Gashing Wound. Definitely saw that one coming. And this should spell the end of this battle with my Fearless Flap. I don't need to cleanse, but I'm going to anyways. And I'll just give you a chance to check out that animation. Definitely don't want to see that thing flying at me in the wild. So I'm glad Eagles are a lot smaller than this particular one. Super easy there. Let's take it into another battle and we will see how it does against multiple creatures. Again, just going to run the same team as I ran before. We're really just trying to see the animations on the HAAST Eagle. This is not going to be a good representation of how well or how poorly this does in the tournament. I can see a situation where this might be really good in epic only tournaments, but we'll know more once one of those happens, and I don't think this weekend is going to be your first opportunity. So let's check this out. Good news here is that if they swap in, it's going to be a swap in bleed, but then I can go my Fearless Flap and cleanse that bleed off. Let's hope I don't get one hit KO by a Fierce Impact. Fierce creatures typically will counter the speedy creatures pretty well. I did not take a whole lot of damage there. I maybe should have just gone with the distraction right off the bat against the Fierce. And I take that back. The faster creatures are better against Fierce. I think I said that wrong. I definitely should have gone distraction right off the bat. I could be in a bit of trouble here with the swap in bleed. I may get knocked out here. Should have gone with the distraction right off the bat. That would have maybe saved my hide a little bit. If I don't get knocked out on the bleed here, I think we're good. Because the Morphodon is trapped in, we're going to cleanse out the bleed. I think we're good here. We're going to do 577 damage. It's very much like the snake animations where it's the peekaboo and it jumps right in on your face. Draco Rex coming in, less than 500 HP. And HAAST Eagle is going to, as a level 11, take out 2 under level creatures, but a win just the same. So not too bad. Like I said, I will be more interested to see how this does in the epic tournaments. I'm not really looking for this to be anything great in the battle arenas. Maybe, depending on what level you are, it could have some play. I definitely would not be dropping any kind of boost into this and just kind of see where future updates take us. That's going to wrap up our look at the HAAST Eagle. Remember, today being Tuesday is going to be the Mammotherium. And look at this. We have a Monolophosaurus. I got to dart this, right? Anytime you have an epic on the screen, you kind of have to go for it. I can tell you right now, my finger is a little bit sticky. I'm not gliding across this glass as much as I would like to be in order to try to get a little bit better of a darting total. But 149, not terrible, not exceptionally great either. But again, we do have Mammotherium as the raid boss of the day. Make sure you are teaming up with your alliance. This is not one that you can take out solo. You can probably take it out as a duo, maybe, just maybe if you have the right creatures boosted. As a threesome, definitely doable. And then as a foursome, 100%, as long as you have leveled up creatures. And even if you don't, if you have 3 people with strong enough creatures, you should be able to take this one out relatively easy. If you liked today's video, or if you learned something out of today's video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead, subscribe, and turn on the alert notifications so you know when the next video goes live. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the HAAST Eagle, and that's all I've got for this one. So until next time.